Welcome to another episode of the Booktube Network. Episode, I don't know what this is, like 14 or something like that. 16,
87.
20, 87.
Donlon T.
I am Caleb J. Ross. I manage the book burning channel, and I'm with Donlon T, who manages Silence. We're going to be talking today about a Goodreads. Everybody here who's watching this is probably very familiar with Goodreads. And one of the things about Goodreads at the beginning of every year is they ask how many books you're going to read in the coming year. And everybody joins in. It's super lots of fun. And I wanted to make a topic about it because for the longest time I've always thought, what is the big push for quantity when it comes to these kind of things? Admittedly, it's tough to measure quality when you're dealing with these kind of goals because quality is subjective, but quantity is not. So I understand it, but what do we think about the idea of trying to meet a certain book deadline or a certain book goal? And also, Don and myself, are we going to participate? People out there who are watching this video right now, leave comments below in the video. Are you participating? What's your book goal for this year? And maybe how does that correlate to what you did last year? Are you doing better, worse, whatever? So, are you participating in that, Don? Do you participate much on Goodreads anyway? I guess I should ask that.
I don't participate in much things ever, so I doubt I'm in this.
Including this video podcast right now.
I'm here in spirit, so.
Okay, well let's pretend we're on Goodreads.
Okay, yeah, I use it all the time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Would you want to do? Would you want to set a goal for yourself? And how do you feel about the overall idea of setting a goal for yourself regarding the number of books to read?
No, I would not set a goal. Okay, so setting a goal, like you mean like a reading a certain amount of books.
A number throughout the year. You read a certain number of books. Is
that like my only option? Can I just read a certain amount of books, or can I do something else?
Nope, that's your only option. I don't make the rules.
Okay, well, let's see. Would I participate in the book reading thing? Well, I usually set my own goals. I don't, even if I write my, I just make them up on my own. I don't use a website for anything. So, same with NaNoWriMo, right? I don't use that because I do it myself. I just set goals that I find realistic, and I do it. So if I was going to read a certain amount of books in a year, I would, on January 1st, I would come up with a list, and I would do it. I would say 47 books, this year, and they're all going to be Greyhound instruction manuals. So...
instructions for driving or instructions for riding? Because if you need instructions to ride a Greyhound, you should probably go back to the padded room.
I'd be afraid of breaking something, breaking its spine or
breaking the spirits
tail
of every
or something.
Other passenger on the bus.
But
yes.
Bus? Are we talking about a bus?
You said Greyhound, right? Am I wrong?
Greyhound, the dog.
Yeah, the bus line named after the dog. So you need an instruction manual on how to ride a dog?
Isn't that what we're talking about?
Why are you riding
a dog?
dogs?
I thought we were running dogs here. Isn't that what this whole topic is about? Riding dogs?
It is now. How many dogs are you going to ride in this year?
Well, have I ridden?
Are you going to use a website to determine how many dogs you're going to ride this year?
I don't need a website when I can just keep track. Okay. I get letters from dogs just saying, man, last year you didn't show up to our riding festival, and this year we really want you to come ride Derek. Derek the Greyhound.
You expect me to believe that there's a dog riding festival, yet there is not a website used to manage the quality or quantity of dogs being ridden during this festival?
Have you ever seen a dog use a computer? Have you ever seen them set up a business? Of course they haven't got a website for the festival. It's like, like a bunch of dogs, say 12 dogs get together. They're like, dudes, we should do something.
That's not much of a festival.
But they got balloons. They've already got balloons.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that before. Sorry.
Well, I implied it with every word.
Sorry.
Of course they got balloons. What
okay, they got balloons. It's a legitimate festival. I'm sorry. So let's pretend that this dog riding festival was actually a book reading festival.
This is difficult. I'm so confused. All right.
All right. So you would read. You're promising to read how many books this year? 57.
47.
47 books. All right. Wow, that was surprisingly close for pulling it out of my ass. Wow. So.
I can't come up with anything for like that. Like I know there's like I'm sure someone somewhere would have come up with like a really witty response, but I got nothing.
That's all right. Well, I'll give you my 2 cents on this, because really that's what hosting this thing is all about, is bringing up topics that I secretly have an agenda for, or something.
Exactly, and enforcing them while I shit on about Greyhound Racing. Greyhound Racing.
That sounds like a great movie. So I think the idea of books, of measuring the quantity of books that you read throughout the years is a good thing, simply because anytime someone is reading books, it's a good thing. So yeah, you could read 200 novellas or really thin books or whatever if you wanted throughout the year, and it technically be considered, I don't know if it'd be considered cheating, but but the thing is, if people are reading, that's great. There's not like there's a monetary prize at the end of this thing. It's all just to keep it's for your own goals. So if you want to read only, long tomes, then just set your goal at 5 books a year. If you want to read a bunch of short books, then set it at 300 books a year. I don't know. So it's up to you, but I think it's good. Anytime people are reading, obviously that's a good thing. So. But my goal is probably going to be like 50 maybe this year, which is a hell of a lot. It's like one a week, but I've got plenty of books. As you can see over there, there's a good number of them. So anyway,
do you have any kind of set length for these books, or is it just random ass books that you feel like reading?
I do have a lot of ass books I need to read, although not very random, though. I mean, I specifically choose which ass books I'm going to read, but, because there's a series of...
I'm not very picky with my ass books, actually. Anything will do me, as long as it gets the job done.
It'll be totally random. I do have quite a few. I have Infinite Jest on the shelf that I'm wanting to tackle, and that's, I think, 3 billion pages. 4 billion pages maybe.
I think they jumped it up to 5 billion last time. They checked it out with the Hubble telescope.
And so it's a mix. It's a mix for me. If I started getting towards the end of the year and I'm not meeting my goal, I'll probably get a bunch of Kindle singles and cheat and use those as actual books or something like that. So.
It's not really cheating, is it? I mean, you're still reading the books.
If you consider a single like a book, I think of Kindle singles as almost like long form short stories, so they're not really like...
They're like book lengths that all books should be, in my opinion.
I know, your opinion's wrong, though.
You're killing me. Hang on.
Sorry, I was reading comments. I shouldn't... That's dumb.
This is how I feel.
So I guess that's the end of that topic, then. There really wasn't much to discuss there. There was just me saying...
It kind of needed me to know all about Goodreads.
No, not really. It's basically take it out of Goodreads. I mean, do you set a goal for yourself and the number of books you want to read in a year? And if you
I don't read books very much.
Yeah, you don't. I
just write.
The fog has lifted.